Hi, welcome to the Dull Edge. This is our podcast where we talk about ridiculous questions that no one ever bothered to ask us, but we want to answer anyway. My name is Shay.
And I'm Bobby.
And today I'm going to be basically interviewing Bobby about questions I have for her. So that's about it.
She told me to think about it, and I didn't have any idea what to think. So it's just going to happen what happens.
Whatever happens. Okay, so how long? Okay, I'm super interested in your hockey and skating and stuff because I don't skate at all, and so it's completely fascinating.
You've never been ever?
Oh no, I've been ice skating.
Okay.
The last time I went ice skating, I fell on my face and wrecked my knee.
Oh, okay,
I had to go to a doctor about it. Yeah,
the frick.
Yeah,
I say everyone falls down on them. So oh my gosh, it's raining. So hopefully ASMR. If you can't hear it, then sorry.
It's really cool, but
yeah, it's really nice. Anyways. So everyone falls down, so don't feel whatever, but not everyone goes to the hospital after.
Yeah.
So that you're just special in that way.
How long have you been skating?
I've been skating. I started hockey in 2006, so almost 20 years now.
Okay, and what was the impetus for it? Why did you start skating?
Basically, my uncle, he did hockey when he was at least in high school. And then Tanner and Quentin started doing it, and I was like, for some reason, you know what sounds good? Let's start playing hockey for high school.
Because your younger brothers were doing it?
Yeah.
So you started in high school? You didn't start?
No.
Holy
I've been skating,
but your whole life.
I never had ice skates or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all of a sudden I just was like, guess I'll start in high school. There weren't tryouts, so as long as you pay the money, you're in.
You're in.
So I was in.
Welcome to hockey.
Yeah, a lot of crying happened.
Oh dear.
A lot. I'm that person that if you get too frustrated, you cry. So
wow.
Yeah, it was super awkward.
So were you the only girl on the team?
Yeah.
The only girl. How many men were on the team? I guess not men, teenage boys. Boys.
There were probably 30 to 40.
Holy
give or take.
So can you go toe to toe with those guys?
No.
Why?
Are they? A lot of them have been skating since they were kids.
Sure.
So me coming in at level 0, being like, help me, and then them coming in being like, I was born and then I started skating. No. And plus I think they in high school, they worked out all the time, and I was didn't do that. And so no, I should have practiced more, should have worked out more, and just
were they nice to you?
They were neutral to me.
Well, I
was
good.
alive, and so were they, and we didn't really chat. There were some that were kind of tried to be nice. Some of the captains tried to be, chat a little bit, and there was a dude or two that was like, "Hey, we're gonna be on the same line," as they kind of chatted. But I also was super awkward, so I was very like, "Ha ha ha, yes, I'm good."
Yeah.
And then just sit there, and they'd be like, "All right, well."
Did they give you grief about it? Being the only girl? Did you get any? Did you get teased? Did they reject you? Did anybody ever give you problems at all?
No.
That's
it was
nice.
I don't know what they did in the locker room or whatever, but never to my face were they like, you're garbage. It was very she's just here, let her go.
Yeah.
And don't look at her.
Well, I guess that's okay then.
Yeah, it was okay, which is nice, because when I did cry, it was very thanks for not looking at me.
Thanks for not looking at me.
But I'm sure they all were like,
what's your problem?
Kid,
Dude.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. What a weird world to be part of all by yourself, kind of.
Yeah. It's I hope it's raining harder now, so more ASMR.
That's going to be super loud in there, isn't it?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
We'll just carry on, I guess. I don't know. I think it's fine.
It'd be just as loud in the car instead of being louder in the car.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So this is the real question I wanted to ask. So everybody else has the background now, but I want to know, what does it feel like to skate?
What do you mean?
What
do you... It's not there's not
natural walking?
No, it's not. It's not. Hold on.
Oh, well, that was the joy of rainstorms. Anyway, okay, so I was asking you, how does it feel when you skate?
Yeah, but what do you mean? My feet?
Does it, I mean both
Sorry, everyone. AC. We're gonna be in here.
Is that gonna...
No, it'll be fine. It can't be worse than the rain.
It can't be worse than the rain. Okay, you're gonna have to cut all that out. Okay, so what I mean by how does it feel is I want to know physically how it feels, but I also want to know in your soul how it feels. So physically, when you're skating, does it feel like walking? Is it as natural to you as walking?
No.
So what does it feel like?
No. It's different because your feet aren't the same. like your feet usually point forward where you're going, and this one you have to have them like at 45 degrees or more. If you like, I don't know, it's one of those, like, you know, when you like work out and you can like, I'm doing my biceps, so you can kind of whatever, like if you do it you can feel like your abs, because you use your thighs, I mean you use a lot of stuff, but like you can feel your feet, you know, kicking, and then your thighs, and then like abs, and then obviously your arms are moving, you kind of have to pay attention to what your stick's doing, and whatever, and then watch what you're doing. But that's the physical of it. Like,
does it hurt? Like, does it hurt your feet?
Sometimes. Not often now, because I have my own skates and they like are molded to my feet, and like whatever. There are some days that they hurt or whatever, or like your feet will get cold. I wear compression socks now, so like they don't get cold very often. Yeah, they don't hurt. Like,
okay, because every single time I put on skates, I'm like, this is excruciating.
That's because they're either the wrong size or they're molded to 18 different people's feet. You know, they're messed up, and they're like not tightened the way they should on those other people, so they're all like jacked up anyways, plus they're not sharp, like, and you know, you're not skating properly, and there's a whole bunch of things. So like if you go skating on your own, a public skate, like don't expect it to be like a good experience. I mean, I hope you have a good time, it's not going to be a good experience. Like, I even nowadays will wear public skates sometimes, and I'm like, these are awful. So
that's how I feel about loner fencer swords, though. It's like every time I pick up a loner fencer sword, I'm like, it gets this garbage out of my hand. It's the worst. Like, it doesn't feel right. Yeah, they feel awful. They're just completely unbalanced. They're the wrong length. The quillions don't match the blade properly. The pommel isn't balanced. The handle's it's the wrong size. Like, it's just like garbage. Like, those blades are just garbage. So that's kind of what I wanted to ask about that question right there, is like what it feels like on your body. But I also want to know, like, in your soul, like when you're skating, is it stressful? Is it freeing? Is it natural? Is it nothing? What is it?
I mean, it's stressful, but not like the skating part. The stressful part is my body isn't allowing me to do the things that I need to. Like, you know, like you're trying to do better and you're trying to go faster and that sort of stuff. But like, it's not stressful to skate once you know, and it's cool because then you can just kind of like do whatever you want, and it's just like, I don't like it. You can just, you know, you won't fall down because you're like, I'm professional, so you can just like, I don't know, do whatever.
You can just do it.
You can just do it. Yeah.
Because it looks magical to me. It's all completely magical. And you guys move so dang fast. Oh, you guys can move like so fast across the ice.
It's nice because then like running, each step is like whatever, but like with skating, you glide more, so you don't have to like necessarily, like, you can kind of cheat a little bit. So yeah. I don't know if that answers your question.
It kind of does.
I'm like, I don't have like an existential like thing every time I skate, and I'm like, you know, like,
I think between the two of us, I'm like the more like, oh, magic. You're like the more practical.
On this, where it's like whatever. But at the same time, like, I've been on women's teams where they all get off the ice and they'll be like, you skate so beautiful, and I'm like,
well, that's nice.
You know, where you're like, part of me's like, thank you, another part of me's like, you could too if you just tried. Like, in the nicest way, but like they're always just like, you just skate so good, and I'm like, well, there was a summer where I worked at the ice rink when I was a kid, right? When I was like 16 or whatever, and people didn't want to go out and skate, so there were some weeks I was on the ice for like 14 hours.
So like, Hannah.
And like only 4 or 5 of those would be during hockey practice, so like it would just be 2 hour skates, because you have to go out there and make sure no one smacks their head and whatever. So you just go out there and you kind of like dink around and be like, can I do this? Can I do that? Nope. Okay.
Dude,
you know,
those
whatever.
are long days on the ice, though.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah,
that's
sometimes.
So long. Okay, well, I wonder though, because like, I mean, if your beginning skating was with all those guys, and you had to keep up with those, you know, 15, 16, 17-year-old guys, of course you're gonna have to skate like really fast. Maybe that's why the girls think you're so fast, because when you go down.
Oh no, for 100%.
To the girls.
Yeah, no. If you grow up with the guys, you will do better than if you just straight up went with the women's teams.
Just from the beginning.
Just from the beginning. Even if like, you can tell when, and it's not, you know, there's always those like extra people that are really good, and that's great. But even if like you grew up with women's teams and then play on a co-ed team later in life, you'll be better. Like, just because like like I'm usually like women are strong, yes, but I also know that like women comparatively in some aspects are less strong. So
Sure.
I'm just saying, like, when you go out there, the men will push you extremely hard because you're trying to keep up with these dudes that are stronger.
Dudes, yeah.
So then when you go to the women's team, a lot of the time, like, you're just extra prepared, which can get awkward. Yeah, it's kind of, it's because I've practiced with a girls team, and I like, some of it's super fun and some of it's like, I feel like I'm almost showing off. I'm not trying to show off, but like, we'll do drills and I will, like, I have to go at 100% because that's how I was taught to practice. Like, if you're not practicing at 100%, then you're
not going to play at 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you practice at 50%, then that's what your body's trained for, and it's not going to be able to push itself.
Sure.
So I'll go out there and we'll do drills, and I will like beat them by double the time on sometimes. And I worry that they're like, this one's showing off, and I'm like, I'm not trying to show off, but I'm going to push myself.
Sure.
So whatever. But yeah, no, I recommend it. If anybody is out there, like, play on a men's team. If you're a guy, amazing. Sorry, I don't have any tips for you.
Play against better men. Find somebody who's better than you.
Play up.
That's great. I feel the same way about fencing though, because I mean, all of my masters have been men. I was trained initially by men, and predominantly the people that I choose to spar with, they tend to be men. And it's just, I think we have like a third women to 2/3 men in the fencing group.
Oh yeah,
roughly.
Yeah.
You know, and most of the girls that we have in that third are, you know, half of them are going to be 5 years or younger.
Yeah.
Because they just don't stick around. Girls don't stick around as much for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of the fencers I fence are guys, and that's the same with me. Whenever it's just the girls playing with just the other girls, I feel like I'm like you.
Yeah.
Like top dog, or at least I did 5 years ago. I don't know now, but like
it's okay. The women's tournament's coming up. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. But that's how I felt. I remember one time we were doing that, and it was just a girls' day.
Yeah.
And I was going at 100%. You know.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, why is everybody moving so slowly? Like I couldn't figure it out, and then I was like, oh wait, no, it's the girls.
Oh gosh.
I felt a little bad after that. That's
Darn it, Shay, trying 100%.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I get it. Well, it's where you're like, I'm really not. I'm gonna do it. You can't not do it, because then you start being like, now I'm just here dinking around.
Yeah. That's cool though. You get in the zone. Do you feel like when you're skating, you're like in the mental zone where it's really clear and you're like smooth sailing, clear thought?
No.
No.
No, because your brain's running, being like, calculating in quotes there, but you still have to calculate what the game's doing. I hardly like.
Well, I know, but like, are you ever just like so into it though, where it's like everything makes sense and everything is so clear, and I'm like so calm? Do you ever get to that point?
Oh, I'm calm the whole time. Like, I'm not pooping a brick.
Oh my gosh, you're on my apocalypse team.
I'm like, I don't know.
My apocalypse team.
But you just go out there and you're like, okay, well, I should probably stand here because this is the most sense. They're gonna throw it up the boards. Okay, great. So no, there's not like, I'm not like, but like, I'm not like, it's not like a runner's high where you're just like, oh my gosh, and I'm on a cloud now. No, it's not like that. You still have to clench it a little bit. You still have something to do.
No, that's okay. You're answering all my questions. It's just not what I was expecting, and it's fantastic. I wanted to know what it felt like for you to skate, so now I know.
Okay. Is that all your things? So you're good?
Well, for this one, for the skating, yeah, I've got another question for you.
Okay, great.
Do you want to keep going on this one, or do you want to do it for one?
Is it about skating?
No.
Okay, then this will...
That was it. That's all the questions I had about skating. I couldn't think of any better ones.
No, that's fine. Anyways, let us know if you've ever been skating, I guess.
And what you think about it.
Yeah, if you hate your life after or not. You know, if your ankles, you just want to chop them off, or you're fine. Last tip, make sure you tighten them all the way up. If you're like, kiko, kiko, kik, and if you don't know what that means, then you're probably doing it. So, tighten your tacom skates up, whether they're figure or hockey skates. Tighten them biz up. Okay? Okay, bye.
Bye.